Hello everyone, I'm Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all another Wi-Fi battle. This is going to be a UU battle, and my opponent for this battle is going to be TheKillerNacho once again. It's been a while since I last battled him, but I finally got another battle with him, so yeah. Like I said, it's going to be in the UU tier, and this time around I'm going to be trying a new team. Pardon that crack, by the way. But yeah, so I'm going to be using this team. The last time I battled him, I actually used a team that has Sharpedo in it. But this time I actually wanted to try a team that has Sylveon on it, so yeah. And the Mega Pidgeot actually has a pretty interesting set as well. I wanted to see if I can actually show it off in this battle, so. And even if I don't get to show it, this battle is still a pretty good battle, so I figured why not showcase it here. So yeah, this is going to be the battle right now. If I remember correctly, I think I lead off straight with the Mega Pidgeot, which is actually kind of scary because he could have led with the Infernape here, but as you can see right here, he's actually not going to lead off with Infernape. Instead, he's actually going to lead off with Seismitoad, which instantly tells me that what he wants to do is get his rocks up. So yeah, obviously what I'm going to do now is just be on the offensive and just start spamming Hurricanes. This Mega Pidgeot, actually looking at the Snacks team, it answers a lot of it. Like, it hits everything on his team really hard, so this is basically my win condition. As you can see, this Hurricane did over half of this Seismitoad. He's going to go for the Stealth Rocks, which is unfortunate, and I'm actually hoping that later in the battle I can get rid of them so they don't cripple my team too much. He's actually going to switch out, preserving the Seismitoad in the off chance I do get my hazards off, and he tries to get back the rocks up again. So what he's going to do here is go into Crobat. I go for another Hurricane. Doesn't take it very well. Now here, I kind of thought he would just spam Brave Bird, knowing that he's just going to get probably one-shotted after this Roost, so I didn't think he'd go for the Roost right here, so I went for Roost myself thinking he'd go for Brave Bird just to get damage off, but he did not do that. So yeah, now I have to actually see what he wants to do here. He does go for the Brave Bird this time, and does take a little bit of recall damage. Here I decided to go for another Hurricane because I do not want to like do something dumb. Here I probably should have gone for the Roost, but I actually didn't, so yeah. Now here I get kind of cheeky and decide, you know what, he's probably gonna go for the Roost again. So, but nope, he actually just Brave Birds and takes out my Mega Pidgeot. Now let me tell you that this misplay is actually gonna be a huge deal in the entirety of this battle, because I just said it very earlier right now that this Mega Pidgeot was my win condition, and what's the first thing I decide to do is let it go down to a flipping Crobat. How do you like that? But yeah, so here I send in Gliscor. I definitely see him going for Roost again, so I just went for the Earthquake instead of getting my rocks up. In retrospect, I probably should have gotten my rocks up and then gone for U-turn. It's because the reason why I went for Earthquake on this Crobat was because I was afraid of this thing just U-turning and going into something else, like the Hydreigon, or I'm not the Hydreigon, the Haxorus, and then start setting up Dragon Dances. But you know, I didn't. He's gonna go into Arcanine. Now here I was wondering why would he do that. Maybe it was to get the Intimidate off or something. But turns out that this freaking Arcanine is actually a specially offensive set, and it had Hidden Power Ice. So I was like, oh my god, are you serious? And he got a crit with Hidden Power Ice. According to the snack, supposedly that didn't matter. But he said that it still came down to a damage roll that favored him, like to, you know, in terms of probability of KOing my Gliscor without a crit. But I mean, a roll is a roll, and if I could have lived that, it would have been nice to not have gotten critted, in all honesty. But oh well. So here he's gonna go for the Bloom Doom as I send in Tentacruel. I thought this was gonna scare him away, honestly. I didn't think he'd stay in. That's why I went for the Rapid Spin here. Had I known that he'd be the type to stay in, I'd probably just have gone for the Scald, in all honesty. And it would have crippled this Arcanine enough so that my Scizor could have probably taken it out with a Bullet Punch. Who knows? So yeah, here I'm going to go for a switch into Sylveon, because I kind of anticipated that after going for the, whatever that move was that I went for, he'd want to go back into Seismitoad to try to get his rocks back up. Oh yeah, the Scald. Yeah, I was going to try to go for Scald on the Arcanine, but he anticipated that, so he went into Seismitoad. I went into Sylveon, anticipating him to want to go back into it. And I, not to mention, wanted to see if I can KO it with Hyper Voice and prevent it from getting its rocks up. But as you can see, it outspeeds my Sylveon and is able to get his rocks back up. I go for Hyper Voice, it did not take it out, unfortunately. And here after, I go for Wish, and then he goes for Sludge Bomb, I think. Yeah, I think he went for Sludge Bomb. And it poisons me, which is kind of annoying, because now I have to, I'm actually forced to reveal Heal Bell after this. So yeah, I did get the Wish off so I can get some HP back from this damage that I'm taking from the Sludge Bomb and the Earth Power from this Seismitoad. I do go for another Hyper Voice after, rather than protecting, because I figure on the off chance he decides to like switch into Infernape or something and try to capitalize on the fact that I'm gonna get weakened or something. So I definitely went for the Hyper Voice. I do take out this Seismitoad as a result. So here he's gonna go back into Arcanine. Now here I was wondering, is he gonna try to like just burn me up or something? So what I'm gonna do here is go for another Wish, I believe, just to see what he wanted to do. And yeah, I'm gonna go for another Wish. I think here's where I decide to Protect, just to guarantee that I get all of my recovery back, because once he uses Burn Up, he cannot use it again, and I wanted to see if he actually carried Flamethrower, or is he just gonna try to switch out. I protected because, I mean, if he does have Flamethrower, I think he does KO my Sylveon from where it's at, especially if it's an offensive Arcanine. So yeah, so here I protected. Oh no, I didn't protect actually. I went for the Heal Bell, which was risky. I think what happened here was that I was trying to risk and see that if he had the Flamethrower, and if he did, would it be enough to KO me. But he did not want to take his chances, so he switched into the Celebi instead. Yeah, so that's how it was. Here he goes for Psychic. And then here it reveals that it's a Life Orb set, which is actually really good to know, because then this means that it's probably not a defensive set. I'd be surprised if it was though. And so here I go for yeah, Hyper Voice. He goes for another Psychic, I believe, and then here's where I decide to go for Wish. He does get the Spadef drop, which is kind of annoying because now this kind of forces me to switch out. Either that or Wish and then Protect to get my HP back. So here I think I do go for the Protect right here. He does stay in and trying to keep attacking me, which is a little annoying. Because oh no, he does not Psychic me. He actually goes for the Recover, predicting me to Protect, which is a little annoying because, I mean, that was basically a baited play due to the fact that I got the Spadef drop from the Psychic. So had he not gotten it, I probably would have just gone for another Hyper Voice, but oh well. So here I'm going to go for the Muk switching, hoping he goes for Psychic, which he does. And then here's where I decide to go for the Pursuit, because I felt it was an offensive Celebi. I thought this Pursuit would have KO'd it, but it turns out it doesn't. So I was like, oh my god, are you serious? This is kind of annoying because he can use this Celebi for fodder later, in all honesty. So now here he's gonna send out this Arcanine, which I mean, it would have been nice to just predict him and go for the Poison Jab to maybe get some damage on this Arcanine. Not getting damage on that Arcanine is gonna prove to be a big deal later in this battle. So I do switch out Arcanine here, and he ends up pulling a double here into Infernape, predicting me to switch into Sylveon. So I was like, okay. I think what I do here is go for a Protect to get some HP back from the leftovers, because I want to see if this is a choiced Infernape, and if it is, what move is he going to lock himself into. He tries going for Fire Punch, which tells me that this is maybe, I don't know, like maybe just a non-flare blitzing Infernape. So I just go for the Hyper Voice, hoping that it does not put it in range of Blaze, because if it does, then it's going to be enough to KO my Sylveon. I go for Protect here because after getting one round of Stealth Rocks, leftovers recovery, and then getting a second one after Protect, I was hoping that maybe I can live another Fire Punch from this thing. And thankfully, actually, surprisingly, I actually do with 1 HP. So this allows me to at least take out this Infernape. This Infernape, I really needed it out of the way because both the Infernape and the Arcanine kind of answer my Scissor, which is the only other Mon that I have chilling in the back alongside with my Tentacruel. So here in retrospect, I probably should have switched in Muk just to preserve Sylveon for Death Fodder, because not having any Death Fodder limits my ability to just keep predicting this guy, in all honesty. So here I send in Muk, and what this guy's gonna do now is just stay in and get a Leaf Storm off. It does get a crit, which is only annoying in the sense that now I don't feel confident in taking hits better from anything that he has, from anything else that he has on his team, in all honesty. So yeah, here he goes down to Life Orb. He just gets a crit before going down, which is a little annoying. Come on, like, is this game really gonna be rubbing more shit in my face? But whatever. So here he goes into Haxorus. I was kind of hoping he'd go for the Dragon Dance and allows me to go for a Poison Jab, so that I can get maybe the poison. But no, he's just gonna go straight for the Earthquake and not let this thing get any damage on this thing. So now here is where I decided to go into Scizor, and I was gonna go for the Titanium Z on this thingy, because yeah, this Scizor actually does have that. But he does switch into Arcanine just to get the Intimidate off, and on the off chance I try to go for like Bullet Punch or something. But I do not, so I'm just gonna double switch into Tentacruel. The reason why I don't U-turn is because I don't have U-turn on the Scizor. It doesn't carry it for some reason. And then here, he's gonna switch back. This I wanted this switch so that I can go for Scald and hopefully get the burn on this Haxorus. But unfortunately, this game is a piece of shit and does not like to give me any sort of RNG in my favor. Especially, well, to an extent, I kind of deserve it just for being cheeky and letting my freaking Mega Pidgeot go down very early. That thing was gonna be my win condition, and the fact that I just let it go down to a flipping Crobat just kind of messed a lot of things up in this battle for me. So yeah, I'm here basically just switching around with this guy because let me tell you, I really don't want to lose to this freaking team that he has. It's so weird, and I mean, I feel like I could have played this a little bit better had I not let the freaking Mega Pidgeot go down. So yeah, I'm going for Roost here. I thought he would try to KO me, but he didn't. So thankfully I got the right prediction here. Now he decides to switch out, and I obviously switch out back into Tentacruel just to not get burned out. This switching around wouldn't have been a big deal hadn't it been for these rocks that he got back up after I send it out. Oh, after he sent out his Seismitoad to set them back up against my Sylveon. So yeah, and I tried to find an open window to rapid spin them here, but it's because if he predicts me once here, it's basically the whole game for me. So yeah, here I'm just going for I don't even know what I'm going for here. He goes for Earthquake. I think here's where I decide to go for Bullet Punch and hope that I crit him or I do enough to maybe take him out or put him in range of it getting KO'd in with a Life Orb, but he doesn't. Here, this was where I probably made a misplay. I decided to go for Bullet Punch again, hoping he just stays in and tries to let me KO him so that he gets a free safe switching into Arcanine. But unfortunately, he doesn't. He just switches back into Arcanine. And yeah. Like, I wanted to go for Roost, but I just didn't feel like I could, honestly, just because I was gonna freaking lose Scizor, and then how is it, yeah, I could send in Tentacruel and take this Arcanine out, sure, but then how am I gonna take out the Haxorus? I keep forgetting that thing's name. How am I gonna take out the Haxorus? This, not only does this Tentacruel not carry Ice Beam, it's not fully speed invested, and I'm pretty sure this Haxorus is, so I needed Scizor alive to at least KO this thing, but unfortunately, I couldn't do it. So here, I finally take out the Haxorus here. He decides to switch it in because I guess he thought I was gonna Rapid Spin here, so that I can send in my Scizor, because if it comes in without me getting the Rapid Spin off, it's just gonna get the go down to rocks. Now here, I make another misplay. I go for the Rapid Spin now because I thought he would try to go for Burnout, but he actually goes for the Solar Beam. I feel like I should have tried to go for Scald here, just because if I did crit this thing, I think I would have been able to take it out, because this thing was an offensive Arcanine as opposed to a defensive one. I might have had a chance to take it out, in all honesty, but now I literally have no chance. Also, I think the fact that I was just trying to prevent my Scizor from just going down to the rocks was another reason, so that kind of thinking obviously gets me my well-deserved L's right here, because yeah, as you can see, I do lose this battle. So yeah, that's gonna be the whole game. Good game to the TheKillerNacho right there. That was a pretty good battle, pretty close. I thought I could win this, but in reality I couldn't. I feel like there was a lot of RNG in my opinion in his favor. I did get some myself, but it wasn't enough in all honesty to win, in all honesty. But in all honesty, I think me being cheeky with the Mega Pidgeot also had a huge role into why I lost, because honestly, if I didn't let this thing go down very easily, I could have easily used it to maybe weaken the Arcanine or something. So yeah, but anyways, what are you gonna do? Thank you all for watching this battle, and I'll catch you guys for the next battle. But for now, just take it easy.